4 guitars. We're going to tackle 3 more guitar tracks. The first one is Descending. The second one is Finale Guitar. The third one is Break Guitar. So that is on the agenda for this video. These EQ adjustments too are a little bit more complex than the last video. The last video was a little bit more straightforward. This one we actually have just some slightly more complicated maneuvers. Not even that much more mind-blowing, but a little bit more to do in this video. So let's dive in. The first track is Descending Guitar. It's these 4 little waveforms. We're just going to zoom in on this last one because all 4 of these are exactly the same guitar part. So we can trust that whatever we do to one, it will work with the rest. Let's hear what this guitar part even is. Cool. And in context. Great. So I don't know about you, but when I hear that, like, I just immediately already hear a bunch of, like, there's one particular overly resonant frequency, and opening up the hood here, you can already see it. It's this guy around 1K, a trouble spot for guitars. So let's solo this. What a mess that is. Okay, so let's engage that. This is such a dramatic cut. I think this is our most dramatic surgical removal. Just makes such a big difference. It is so overpowering. I don't know how that happened, but it just happened. That's our first move. And then let's look to our left. This is our wide low mid cut. Here, let's solo this region and you can hear what I'm talking about. Great. It's just a little excess. You know, this mix is just so dense. There's so much going on. I just want to make sure that our mid-range stays uncluttered. So next move is our high pass here. This one's a relatively aggressive one at about like 105-ish. If we solo it, it's just like that plucking. We don't want that plucking. Finally, with our last move here, we are gonna turn on this wide high boost. Make sure it kind of cuts through the mix, feels bright and present. Nice, great. So let's turn on this band. Let's hear our track in context now. Great, a million times better. Let's disengage. Oh my God, that one frequency just is blowing my mind. So let's move on to the finale guitar. Let's hear what this guitar part even is. Wow, okay, there's a lot going on already. Let's just isolate these 4 chords, jump into our EQ. Oh my gosh, look at this. How overpowering is that frequency? Let's solo it specifically. Wow, so that just needs to get axed. Let's axe it. Let's engage this band and kind of hear the difference. Great, so that was like first order of business for me. I heard this track, and again, that was like right off the bat, I was like, what is that? What is going on there? And I used our tried and true method that I outlined in our introductory module, where I heard first that there was a problem frequency, created a narrow band, boosted it, and searched around. So that is that. Let us move on to this wide boost on top. We can solo that area. Yeah, I just felt like we need a little bit more spotlight there. I want to make sure that this guitar part feels bright and present on top. We'll engage that. Let's continue on to this low, mid, wide cut. that we have going on, and we can solo this range, see what's going on. Yeah, just a little too present, if you ask me. So we are gonna give that a little bit of a cut. This feels like a good adjustment. We're just kind of plowing on here. This is just like we're cruising now. So let's engage our high pass. You know the drill. It's at about 100 hertz because there's nothing of value below that. And then finally, we're going to engage our low pass just because there's a little bit of excess air and buzz in this guitar track. So nice. Let's hear this track in context now, featuring the EQ. Super happy with that. I just think that feels awesome. Stoked with those adjustments. So let's move on to the final guitar part of this video, the break guitar, which is just a guitar part, little fill that is played in an instrumental break of the song. Let's hear what this part is. Nice. What a nice little riff that is. And in context, great. Sounds awesome. Let's just open up the hood here. I didn't really feel like there was a big issue with this track. I felt like when I heard this, like, you know what? I think the low mids are like a little bit too much. I did kind of what we've seen before. I just gave us a wide cut in that whole range. We can solo the range. Yeah, just deliberately kind of thinning it out just a little bit. Cool. Feels good. So the next adjustment is I added a little frequency punishment there. I isolated a narrow band, a little frequency there, and I just added some extra hate just because it poked out a little bit. We can hear what that frequency is. Yeah, it's not even that super offensive. I just wanted a little less of it. And then final move here is we added our high pass, same old, nothing of value below like 95, 100-ish, something like that. So let's hear these adjustments in context. Yeah, I just love these guitar parts. The guitar arrangement is just so sick. And I want to stress that the amount of low mid cutting, wide low mid cutting that I'm doing basically across the board with all these electric guitars, that is a specific choice relative to this song. I don't want you to walk away with the impression of like, oh, with electric guitars, you just like annihilate the low mids. Because in so many other circumstances that wouldn't be appropriate, because electric guitars for like a punk song, for a metal song, electric guitars is gonna be the star. But for this track, all of our electric guitar tracks are flavor. It's like flavor, all these fills, all these nice little riffs, all these nice little things. It's not like the foundation of our song. That's acoustic guitar. Acoustic guitar is the foundation of our song. And keys take up a lot of space too, like piano has a lot of low mid energy. So that's why I'm being perhaps more aggressive than you might have guessed, taming these low mids. But That's my thought process. I want to just put a little asterisk there and say, like, don't walk away feeling like all electric guitars need to just get annihilated in the low mids specific to this song. That's my spiel. Great. This is another video knocked out. We have like killed it. Let's move on to the next one and wrap it up. See you in the next one.